One major way of speeding things up when you're using Excel is to try and avoid use of the mouse where possible, unless it's to do one of the speedier tasks like fill handle. But one thing we could do is try and access the ribbon options via the keyboard. This then keeps you on keyboard so your hands don't have to move. And if you use a command regularly enough, you'll get to know keyboard shortcut strokes, because there'll be a number of strokes to access a particular command. To access the ribbons, first step is to press the Alt key. And what you'll notice is that every single upper level option, so up here we have File, Home, Insert, Page Layout, Formulas, Data, Review, View, Developer, and even the Quick Access toolbar, they have numbers against them. So Alt activates the shortcuts on the ribbon. If we would then, for example, want to go to the Insert ribbon, we then press N, and that jumps us to the Insert ribbon. Once we get to the Insert ribbon, what you'll then see is every other option on here has another letter against it. So Pictures have a P, Table has a T, Pivot Table has a V, Timeline, ST, Hyperlink, I, Text Box, X. Any other item from here can be accessed by typing the next letter in the sequence. If I wanted a table, I would press T, and that would bring up the Tables dialog box. Now in this particular case, with the box in place, if we just want to access the OK button, we simply press Enter on the keyboard, and that does the OK. I now have a single table on cell A1, if that's what I wanted. Alt to bring up any of the menus. H, for example, will take me back to the Home ribbon. There's a lot on the Home ribbon. Now you will notice that some items actually have two letters. For example, in the alignment section here, we have AT for align top, AM for align middle, AB for align bottom, AL align left, AC align center, AR align right. That way, if I move to a different cell and do Alt, H for home, align right, so AR. See, I've just pressed A and that leaves the ones with the prefix A. R. Now I have a cell that is right aligned. So if I type yes, it is right aligned. Now obviously you're thinking, how can that be any quicker than taking my mouse, go up there and click that icon? Well, it is once you get in the habit. So you would only use these kind of shortcuts for things that you're going to do regularly, and you get to know the keyboard shortcut, and you don't have to keep looking at the screen, because that's going to slow us down at the moment. I have to go Alt, then I have to look what letter I want. Formulas, M. That brings up formulas. Perhaps it's the name manager. Brings up the name manager. And then I've got name manager in place and I want a new name. So type N in this case. You can see in the dialog box here, N is underlined. N, create me a new name. It's picked up the text in the box and it's picked up the cell that I'm in. Okay. And I now have a new name called yes. To close this box, again, revert to my mouse and come down to close, or escape. Escape always cancels out any box that you don't want to do any further action in. That's Alt, activate the shortcuts. Then you need to know the letter for the ribbon. If you want to access the quick shortcuts up here, the only ones you can use are the ones on display, and we'll be looking at the quick access toolbar shortly, because we know that there are further options in the drop list, but we can't access those through the keyboard. Alt to bring them back up, and then 2 for undo. And I get all the undo options, and I can go back as far as I want. It takes away the table, even takes away the zoom. Alt 3 for redo, to come back through the zooms, but not as far as creating the table. And I'm back to where I was before I started accessing the ribbons. All you've got to remember is the Alt key. Once you've pressed the Alt key, the letters appear at that stage, and then you can click the letter that you want. R for review. If you then want to do anything on this particular ribbon, say for example new comment, I would press C. If you actually wanted to cancel all these letters being up in the air and you don't want to do anything, then it's that same shortcut for cancelling the dialog box. Escape takes us back to the previous step. Escape again takes us back to not having any letters displayed at all. Alt R C, new comment. The ones you use regularly, you will learn the sequence and do it so much faster than taking your mouse, clicking on the ribbon, moving down to the right icon and clicking that icon. Alt RC gets me a new comment. This is a cell. And then I have a cell comment. Don't expect to use Excel in this way on a daily basis where you're going Alt, what letter is it? It will be quicker to use the mouse, but Alt and the letters to get the regular commands is so much faster than clicking.